Okay, a few things now that you're ready to move on to turn 2 in the game. I've logged into my student account, and you can see that I have the name of my game. When I click on the name of my game, I'll see all of the people that are in my class. The actual score will calculate at the end of the game. So right now everyone has 0. At the end of the last turn, you'll see scores populate there. I can view who's on my team, and I can see the name of my team by clicking on this button here. I can see that it's now advanced to turn 2. Your instructor will let you know when the turns will advance, but now that I see 2 here, I know I'm ready for the second turn. I also have now the ability to view reports for this game. By clicking on this button, you can see that I can see graphs by company. By clicking on any of these options on the side, I can see how I stack up against my competition. I can see graphs by turn. Because it's turn 1, we don't see a lot of data here yet, but we will as time goes on. KPIs are key performance indicators. I can see these for myself as well as my competitors, and by hovering over or clicking on any of these options, I can see how each of these key performance indicators is calculated. It's important to note that on any of these screens, I can also, from the drop-down menu, choose a different turn. Because we've only finished one turn, there's only one option here. I can see the products that each of my competitors are selling. I have a cash flow statement, the answers to the questions, and the decisions that were made in the previous turn by myself and all of my competitors. I'll go back to my home page. I can also export all of the details of those reports into an Excel file if I like, and this is available for any of the team members on my team. From this screen, you can also open the student manual if you like. I'm going to go ahead and press play for turn 2. Okay, just like before, you can see that I am the driver because I'm the first of my teammates to log in. On turn 2, it's important to know that a few things will have happened. First, you can see that in this corner, all of our competitors have now populated in the game. I can click on any of those backpacks that are revolving, or I can also click this blue button from the corner. From here, I see that I am Team 1. I can see all of the competitors and what backpacks they produced in the first turn. I can see our relative sales into each of the different target segments. By clicking on any of the competitors, I can also see their profile, sales, channels, promotion, any news about them, which basically tells you that, what they've done in the previous turn. You'll want to study your competition before deciding what you'll do next. The other thing that has happened in turn 2 is I can go back to my demographics. I can see sales now in the sales tab for by company and then also by channel. So I can see where my sales are coming from and where this particular target market is purchasing backpacks. I also have feedback that's populated after the first turn. So I can review the feedback, and this will ultimately determine my customer satisfaction score at the end of the game. So it's important to pay attention to their feedback on the product, the features, the color, the size, and the price. I can circle my way around and see that I do have feedback from all of the different target markets about the backpack that I've built. With that feedback, I now in turn 2 have the ability to make changes in the product. At any point in any turn until you've ended the turn, you're able to now make changes in any of these given areas. You'll also see in pricing that a positioning map has opened for me where I can review my backpack and how it stacks up against my competitors. I also, in the distribution area, can see sales data for where I'm selling backpacks. I can also easily click on promotions from this tab down here. I can see in my media campaign how my awareness level has been shifting as well. And I can make changes to any of the different advertising campaigns I've chosen. I can also go into my home office, which is in the center, where I can see my first quarter results. I can see yearly trends. I have all of the trends and different data here. The position maps are also here. Market alerts will tell me any changes and updates that have been made in the previous turn. And there could be some events that affect the market in this particular turn. They would appear there. The last thing I'll show you in turn 2 is that you also have access to this leaderboard. Now, the leaderboard will show you the teams in descending order of who has the biggest account balance. You can also click on net profit, on market share, and on units sold to see if that changes your status. These aren't the results that your instructor will grade you on, but they do give you an indication of how you're doing versus your competitors. Remember, at any time you have access to these company advisors by clicking on the green head in the corner, and your boss, your market researcher, your product advisor, sales manager, and communications head also have information for you to help you make the best decisions moving forward. And that is the end of turn 2. You'll also see that there's a new question that's posed that you'll have to answer before you can move on. Just like before, all of the team members will log in and accept the choices that have been made before the actual turn will be physically ended for your team. And that's the end of turn 2.